the United States Marine Pipe and the Drum Corps.
Hey, we're back.
We're back. Have you missed us?
I have. Or are you asking someone else? A listener,
I was
perhaps.
asking all two of our listeners. So this is a little different. For the first time ever, Chet and I are not in the same room for the recording of the Two in the Bush podcast.
So this is going to be a little different. I don't know how this is going to go. If this is going to change any of the, I don't know.
Right. Does it change who we are at our fundamental core?
Well, I can't see your face, so I can't tell.
There's no visual cues.
Yeah, I can't. I have nothing to go off of
right now with both hands.
Why? Why both? I mean, one I could take, but two just
go big or go home. That's what she said.
I've said that too.
That's what they said.
That's what they. Let's include everyone here.
Yes, I am all inclusive. Hey, so you know how you're usually like the movie aficionado?
Yeah.
Of the two of us? I went and saw a few nights ago the movie Love, Simon. Are you familiar?
I've seen trailers or advertisements for it, but other than that, I mean, just vaguely.
Okay, cool. Well, I would suggest going and seeing it. I'm not the type of person who's usually moved to tears by movies.
Whoa.
But I was this film. It was just, I don't know, it's kind of different from most things that are out there and popular, at least. Kind of broke its way into like mainstream movie culture. I don't know. I really dug it, and I would suggest going to see it.
Well, I'll consider that. What's a little synopsis, so I just have a little bit of an idea what I'm going into here?
Sure, I'd love to provide that for you, Chet. So it's a young man. He's in high school, and he's gay, and he's struggling with just how to come out with that, if at all. It's just kind of like him going through the process of becoming comfortable with who he is, and then there's also a little love story, and it's just there's a lot of like good characters and just a lot of things that are very relatable for a lot of people. I don't know. I loved it. It was really good.
I know that's anything you have a glowing review for, I'll take seriously.
Sure.
I had
even though I'm really bad. Oh, what?
What?
I was just saying, even though I'm really bad at providing glowing reviews, thank you. That's a big compliment for me.
It was. I was planning on seeing the movie Strangers Pray at Night, but maybe I'll see this instead. It may be better.
Yeah. Well, I watched...
It probably is.
I think it is, and here's why. So I recently watched the first Strangers movie again, because I was gearing up to go see the second Strangers movie, and it looks like essentially just the exact same movie.
Yeah, that's usually how the horror movie sequel works.
Yeah. So, I mean, other than this time the couple has children, I think was the only thing that looked different at all. So.
Okay. Sorry, my screen said lost connection to server, so I was concerned for a minute.
So did mine. I wonder what that's going to end up doing to us. We'll see.
I didn't. Anyways, that's not for you guys. But hell. So, did you actually go see Strangers 2 or no?
No, I did not, because it was like a Thursday night, and the showing, so like my roommate and his boyfriend invited me to go with them, and then they were like, oh yeah, the show times are like 7:15 or 10:30, and we can't make 7:15, and I was like, well, I'm not fucking going to a movie at 10:30, so I did not.
No.
Hell no, that's a half hour after bedtime.
I mean, you get up early. I don't, but I know you do.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. And I'm trying to get up earlier. I'm on this weird kick lately of like trying to improve my quality of life.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds weird. Bear with me.
No,
I'm trying to like get up earlier and like do some yoga in the mornings and like spend some some time just sitting with my coffee and enjoying that instead of like taking it to go. So now I'm getting up like really early. When I say now, I mean ever since like Friday. It has not been a very long endeavor, but I'm trying.
Sorry, your internet or my internet. Someone's internet's cutting out, so
oh no!
I keep getting like half of what you're saying.
I thought I was just really boring.
Are you there?
Yep, and silence. I am very boring. It's fine.
I guess it's just me.
Oh, you faded
Kelsey
out on my screen. That implies your
alive.
lack of presence. I hope your internet comes back soon because I miss you.
Maybe this reconnects.
I wonder if you can hear me. I don't know what to talk about with you people while Chet is gone. Today is the day after St. Patrick's Day. Oh, he messaged me. What happened? You disappeared. Can you hear me?
While we wait for Kelsey to... No, I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
How about a little dramatic piano for you guys? I'm going to also just... Oh, I didn't have to tell you this because you can't see me, but I'm putting on deodorant real fast. So.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
What kind of deodorant you used?
Raise your hands if you're sure. It's Sure.
Oh, that's... Yeah, I've heard of that. I've seen that in the deodorant aisle before.
Yeah, it's one of the cheapest ones.
Oh, okay. So is that a spray or is that the thing you
Hell
rub
no.
on there?
That's a thing you rub on. I love rubbing on.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we can all agree to that, but I get the spray deodorant myself because
why is that?
Because if you get that rub shit, that can cake on to like the pits in your shirt, and now you got this deodorant shit.
That's true. I always just felt like I would make a mess if I tried to use spray deodorant, but I never really tried, to be fair. I do think that... What? What?
You cut out a lot, so I have to guess what you're saying half the time.
I'm so sorry. Please talk.
It's maybe it's my internet. Maybe next time I'll like plug my laptop like right into the modem instead of going over the Wi-Fi. Maybe that's the issue.
Yeah, maybe I'll try that too. Because
the living room's being used.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like mine is doing okay, but I notoriously have bad internet, so it could be an issue moving forward. Who knows?
Well, we both probably have Mediacom, and they're just terrible people.
We actually have CenturyLink, but is any internet company good?
I've never heard of one.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, fuck those people. I hope we have that first 6 minutes.
I think we do, but I will just have to like download it separately from this.
Right,
like it's saved.
Okay.
But every time I tried to like click to go back into that room, it was like, oh, you can't come in here because you're already in here. And I was like, what?
Well, it's our first time. It's, first time. It's
always kind of awkward.
It is. You don't know what you're doing. You're just jumping into this thing. Pressing things. And...
It's scary. Sometimes it's really painful also.
Like, where's this button? Where's the button? And then they're like, I don't know. I've never.
I couldn't tell you. I thought that was your job.
No one ever told me.
What button?
Oh my! Exactly. Hey guys, we're talking about clits, but Did you see my picture I sent you of my little setup with my two computers? And
I looked at it while you were missing. I really love that.
That's what I'm doing right now. So I got the one computer for this, and then I got the other one if I need to look anything up. I got the 2 beers.
Yes. Oh, I missed your 2 beers. I'm looking at it up close now.
Yeah, there's 2 beers.
That's awesome. I am drinking a mimosa. It is green for St. Patrick's Day, which was yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you celebrate?
I did. And if by celebrate you mean get roaring drunk, I did.
Sweet. That sounds fun. I did not.
You didn't. You should have come to
No,
my
I didn't.
party.
I mean, I could have. That's
It's 2 hours
I had to
away.
work. Well, I had to work.
Oh.
This is what I was really looking for. I mean, I would drive there for a party, but
not for a podcast.
Well, we can do this. This is so much better.
Yeah, this really is, honestly. Like, those 2 times that we went to each other to record, I was like, this is not long-term sustainable, like, in any sense whatsoever. So I'm glad that you found this.
Yeah. Well, that's a bad drive, man.
It's 2 hours. And then I was there for like 2 hours, and it was 2 hours back. And yeah, it's a whole ordeal.
It's deceivingly long. You're like, how big is this?
That's what she said.
Thing?
That's what she said.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
But,
Girlfriend.
but you get there and it's long. Like, I was hoping you were going to push the drum button or something.
Oh, do it again.
You get there and it's long.
That was so fun for me. I need to get a chair that's not squeaky for this purpose.
Yeah, you really should.
Do this. Ready?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
It's this really creaky old chair
Oh. I was like, I hope it's not your bed.
It's not. No, my bed's, thankfully, bless, it's pretty quiet. So, never been a problem.
I'm just saying that'd be tough just to sleep in. That thing would be creaking you up.
Yeah, like every time you move. I don't move a lot though when I sleep. Like I'm just
really?
out. Yeah, or in any other activity either.
I tell you, man, I'm a tosser. I'm
a tosser and a turner. Not me.
I'm one end of the bed, the other end. I'm curled up. I'm spread out. I'm fucking kicking people. I'm like I'm all about tossing and turning, I guess.
Yeah. Now, do you share a bed or do you have your own bed? Like, what's that like?
No, I share a bed.
Oh, is she okay?
She's a heavy sleeper, so I don't have to worry about it.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah, and then she talks in her sleep, so if I, kick her or something or toss him to her, she'll just like curse me out in her sleep, and then
she'll be like, buzz right off, bitch.
Yeah. Like she doesn't remember any of it. Or maybe she does and she's just remembering all this shit.
Ooh, yeah, that's possible.
It's hard to tell sometimes.
Now, here's a question. Do you share a blanket or do you each have your own blankets?
It depends. We have like the main comforter that we could potentially share.
Right.
But typically we bring our own blankets in.
Mm.
She sleeps a lot colder than me. I sleep a lot hotter. So.
Ooh, yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I think that's like the only way to do it. Like I'll hear people be like, "Oh yeah, we share a bed, we share blankets, we just cuddle every night," and I'm like, that just seems so unrealistic.
I mean, maybe if you just happen to share the same sort of body temperature, I don't know.
Yeah,
but that's not always going to be the scenario. Sometimes you're going to differ.
Even if I don't, like, I'm just one of those people who likes to, like, wrap up in my blanket. Like, I, like, burrito my damn self in my blanket.
Right.
So, like, it's hard to share a blanket in that case. And I sleep with a weighted blanket because it's supposed to be helpful with my anxiety. I don't know if it really is or not, but I like it, so I do it. Oh, and so, like, sharing that would also be weird. Yeah, it's cool.
Right. I also like to burrito up too, but just like real burritos, I can't like fold up shit really good. So like how my burrito falls apart, I usually wake up and like my fucking foot's sticking out and it's cold and I'm trying to get it back in and I can't find it. And I'm like, well, where's the blanket at? And then I'm like getting up at like 4 a.m, like throwing shit around.
Damn.
I don't know. It's hard to be an adult, man. You can't even wrap yourself in a blanket half the time.
Yeah, it's really hard. Speaking of waking up at 4 a.m, I went to bed last night, mind you, drunk as shit, because it was St. Patrick's Day. I don't remember going to bed, but I'm pretty confident that I went to bed alone. But I woke up at 4 a.m. to my friend Jamie in my bed. And I had no idea that she was there until she just started like cackling really maniacally. So that was really unsettling, and I'm still kind of not over it. Like you think you're alone in your room and like you're making yourself at home. Maybe you're thinking you're about to like fart or something that you wouldn't want to do in front of a friend, and then all of a sudden they just start cackling because they're in the bed next to you.
I mean, I would have no problems with farting in front of a friend. I generally don't think about it. It just happens.
Sure.
But well, sometimes I do. Like, you know what? That's going to happen.
I mean,
anyways, I think to be awoken by a cackle would just be unsettling to just about anyone.
Right. Yeah. It was really creepy.
Did you kick her out?
No. Okay. I mean, I love her. She can sleep in my bed and there's room. But I had no clue that someone else was in my bed with me. And then I got really freaked out because I was like, this could happen and I'd never know and I could die.
Oof. Yeah, really well, dramatic. You're with friends though, hopefully.
Yeah, well.
No one that would kill you.
Right. These are facts. And my building is pretty secure. Like, you have to have a fob to get in, so, like...
key fob?
Yeah, key fob. Which I hate, because that means that I have to, like, walk down and let anyone in who comes to visit me. So that's terrible. Annoying. Yeah.
See, I sometimes think my apartment's not secure. I'm like, well, it has a door, but I'm like, it seems like it could be kicked in pretty easily. But then I'm like, who wants to kick in my fucking door?
I don't know, man.
They ain't gonna find. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I've seen your door and it looks pretty kickable, honestly. And like, what if they just look in your window or something and see? I don't know. You have laptops, like.
Yeah, true. That's about the only thing of.
You have a cute girlfriend. They might break in for that.
I mean, I feel like she's pretty tough.
That's true. I wouldn't fuck with her.
Like, I think she'd be able to handle herself if someone kicked in the door. I think it's gonna take a couple kicks. It's not maybe. I don't think it's necessarily a one kicker.
Sure. But maybe so you'd have kicker. Like. It depends on how.
You'd
have some time. Yeah, for sure.
Grab a knife. Grab a phone. A gun. Jump out of a window. I don't know.
Do you have a gun? Wow.
No,
I didn't know that you were a gun rights activist.
No, here's my thing with guns. And I feel like, I think people, if you want one, you should be able to get one, but it should be like, regulated.
Yeah, like everything else.
Yeah, and I feel like they're not well regulated. But then you tell people that love guns that, and it's like you can't even talk about that with them.
Right. It's like, you're trying to take away my guns, and I'm like, no, I'm just trying to make it more difficult to own something that could kill someone than it is to like get a driver's license, I guess. Right.
Yeah. It's like, I just want to let's just do some logical. Type things. It shouldn't be, getting a gun shouldn't be like getting a fucking candy bar or whatever the fuck.
Oh
I mean, I know it's a little more difficult than that.
That was exactly what I was thinking. You were like, getting a gun, and I was like, it shouldn't be like going and buying a candy bar. And then you said that exact same analogy. Anal-logy.
When you're in the bush, you think alike.
Two in the bush think alike. Birds of a bush flock together.
Yes, indeed. They flock to the same bush, and then they make a podcast.
Yeah.
Man, the gun thing though. Here's the thing that really. It was a little late, or you know what? I don't know if we ever say anything that really deserves that,
but I'm glad I did it.
But you know what chaps my ass about this whole gun thing right now?
What?
Is when you get onto social media and you have relatives that are these gun people, and then you see these crazy memes they make that just make no sense. And it's just irritating. It's like, why do I have to see this? It's always some dumb bullshit like, if these kids protested something else other than guns, people wouldn't get hurt. Or if they let kids pray in school, God would be there.
Oh my God!
Have you seen any of these things?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't have anything to add because I was just so frustrated in that moment, like just feeling my feelings. Or like the things. There's this one going around that's like, oh, back when I was your age, we didn't protest. We just put up with shit and we weren't little bitches. And then there's like all these pictures of them like protesting black people being in their schools.
Like, they weren't being shot at.
Right.
By kids today or in the last 20 years or whenever this is really picked up momentum.
It's different. And it's just, some of the extreme, like, there's extremists on both ends, and some of the extreme liberals, I guess, maybe would be calling to ban guns. But most of us are just trying to make it a more reasonable process to acquire one. And I don't understand why that's being met with such resistance.
Right. I don't know. It just, you know what? And I'm just really proud of these kids that are protesting. It's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I were in school, I would do it because it'd be cooler than being in class.
Yeah.
And also, you're also doing something, of merit.
Sure, but let's be honest about our motivation, though, shall we?
Right. Well, I'm saying, why don't the adults? We need to step up. We need to start walking out and work.
Right. Hey, let's do it. I'm never going back.
No, we go back. We got to make a living, but
nope, I'm done. I'm done working, man.
Okay, that's okay.
Till the gun problem is solved.
If every single working person did it, they would have to change it because no one's working.
Or send all of our jobs to Mexico, one or the other.
Oh my God! But they got guns there too.
Yeah, shit.
They do real crazy shit over there. They like cut people's heads off and hang them off bridges and.
Sounds kind of fun, kind of wild.
I'm just saying it's real violent down there. It's violent here too.
Right.
What do I know?
Yeah, it's violent everywhere, but like it's different. I get it. This crazy world.
Man, and then I find myself like I hear about one of these school shootings, and then like I have to like imagine myself in that situation. I think that's a natural thought maybe people have. You're like, okay, what would I? And then a lot of people are delusional. They're like, I do something heroic or whatever, but you don't know what you're gonna do in that. You just don't know what you're gonna do until you're confronted with something.
Right? Yeah, you have no clue. Well, and like it totally depends on like. There's just so many factors that go into play, like what kind of day you're having or who you're around or, you know what I mean? Like you might do something totally different on a Tuesday than you would have on the next Thursday or something. Like it's just, I don't know. You're a lot less in control than you think that you are. I agree.
But like you find yourself thinking, or I do at least.
And you're gone again?
Are you still here?
I feel like you're gone again.
Did we drop out again?
Come back.
Where did that cut out at?
Oh, fuck me. I could not tell you to save my life.
Well, man, God. I'll tell you what, after this last school shooting, I got real deep into it. I started, I watched a lot of documentaries about, like, past shootings. I read a book about Columbine. And then I read a couple articles, but then it was just too much. So I just had to get out of that phase. It was too.
Sure.
There's no real answers to that. It's just kind of, just getting more of a historical perspective of the incidents. But it wasn't answering anything, and it was just too much weight. So I was like, you know what? I got to move on to something else. But
got to back off.
I do like that culturally, though, at least for the younger, kids that are still students. They actually seem like they want to do something about it, which you haven't necessarily seen done in a widespread way in the past. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's really true. Like, people were just like, oh, it's just something that happens, but there's nothing that we can do about it. And now they're like, whoa, hang on. There's plenty that we can do about it. You know?
Yeah, man. You know what? To get off the shooting subject, let's talk about some other tragedies. Did you see that bridge? You see that bridge that fell?
No, what?
Oh, the bridge in Florida that crushed people?
Oh, man, fuck, no.
Yeah. They were building a bridge, a pedestrian bridge for outside of a university there. And they had completed the main span that you walk across and had set it into place, and then it fell into traffic and crushed people.
Oh my god, that's terrible. Well, and you never think that shit, like, happens, you know? You're like, oh, these people are professionals. They know what they're doing.
Right, that's what I was thinking. There's, like, this implicit trust, or not, that you have with, like, whatever, engineers or, you know, whatever it is, construction people or the people that design these things.
Folk.
Right.
Yeah. And like, I'm never like going under a bridge and thinking, oh, I might die. Like,
but apparently Iowa, here in the bush, has like the worst bridges in the country as far as when they inspect them and they're like, oh, this is fucked up, we need to build a new one. But in the states, like, oh, we don't have money for that, so they just leave it. Apparently, we have all kinds of bridges that are designated as whatever troublesome.
So, and we still drive on them?
Yeah. So keep that in mind also.
Yeah, I'm about 2 seconds away from a major complex about driving on bridges.
I mean, I'm just saying apparently out of all the states, we have the worst bridges, so.
Wow.
But this one in Florida, man. This one in Florida, it fucks a whole bunch of shit up, unfortunately. You know, I've been watching. Here's the thing. Here's how I know this. I've been watching a lot of cable news recently. Yeah, because I got a free trial of DirecTV Now, which is just basically cable TV. It just streams. So I've just been watching a lot of MSNBC, CNN.
Sure.
Because here's the thing. If I am in a household that has cable, I'm just going to be one of the motherfuckers that's watching the news all day.
Oh, yeah, all fucking day. Hey, how did you stumble upon this free trial?
Oh, hey, did you see my Facebook post about this?
I did. Nice segue, huh?
Well, here's what happened, man. I'm on Facebook, and an ad pops up for DirecTV Now, and I'm like, whatever. I don't need that shit in my life. I don't need TV. And I definitely don't need it directly. But, I look, but it catches my eye, so I look over there. I see it mentions something about a Amazon Fire TV. And I'm like, you know what? I have this piece of shit Roku thing in my bedroom for the bedroom TV, and I hate it. I have a Fire Stick on my main TV in the living room, and I really enjoy it. So I'm like, oh, so if it says if you prepay 1 month, which is $35 for the DirecTV, they send you a free Amazon Fire TV. So I'm like, sweet. Those are like $70. I can throw that in there, get rid of this piece of shit Roku thing, and I'll be off to the races. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that. I go to check my credit card balances to make sure this is a feasible thing I can do. And then I notice in my credit card account page, in the cashback and rewards benefits tab, there's a DirecTV button. And I'm like, oh, what is this? What? And then I read, oh, you can get $35 cash back if you pay for at least 1 month of DirecTV Now. And I try to read the small print. I'm like, oh yeah, can I do both? Because now I'm getting it for free. So I go ahead and I sign up for the 1 month to get my free Amazon Fire TV. And I go to my credit card account and the fucking charge pops up. And then I click my little rewards button. And then it took care of it.
Oh my God.
Man. So a $35 value, free DirecTV, $69.99 value, free Amazon Fire TV, all for free.
That's amazing.
Hey, I was very impressed with myself. I was bragging.
I'm very impressed with you.
I was bragging to my significant other about it, and she was like, good for you. I was like, do you not understand? We got free DirecTV for a month and a free Amazon Fire TV. How amazing is that? And
That's amazing.
I could even like sold the Amazon thing and actually made money, but since I wanted it, I'm not going to do that. But saying if I didn't need it, I potentially I could have been in the profit.
Yeah.
So, anyone that's out there and sees this promotion and also has a Bank of America credit card,
go for it.
Go for it, guys. It's
retweet to save a life.
Man, these are the things that nail file over there or something.
My knuckles, my knuckles are really dry, so I was putting lotion on my hands. That's how dry my skin is. I'm gonna take out one earbud so that I hear what I'm doing because I was like, oh, you can't hear this, but you can. But, yep, there it is. That's the sound.
I just imagined you leaning back, just filing your nails while I rambled on about
casually,
my frugal, my frugality.
No, I was really interested.
I was just excited. Anytime you can get a deal, as I say.
What is the deal?
Yeah, it's DirecTV now for free. But then again, I told you I put the DirecTV on now, and all I do is watch the news, and then I watch that for about 2 or 3 hours, and then I'm just like, this is bullshit. Because cable news is like the worst news you can watch. Because I'm not saying it's fake, but it's partly entertainment because they want people to keep watching it.
That's true, dude.
And then oh my god, almost lost my voice there. Let me take a drink. Let me take a drink of this Dos Equis here. Oh
yeah. Hey, do you have any Zevia over there too, or no?
I actually do. I got a can right here with me just in case I need some of that. Zevia, Dos Equis. What else? Girl Scout cookies. You got any of those yet?
Up. No, but yesterday we went downtown before we started day drinking, and there were little girls standing outside of the downtown Hy-Vee, selling Girl Scout cookies, and I was damn close. But I didn't do it. What
made you stop?
Here's the thing. So I'm the kind of person who, if I do something once, I'll just do it again and again and again, and it'll become a problem. And I've never bought Girl Scout cookies before, so I was like, don't start now.
You know what? This might have been my first time actually buying Girl Scout cookies, for myself.
Yeah.
In my adult life. Thinking,
and now, are you going to keep doing it?
Probably not.
Oh, well, that's good. See, if I started, I would just go big or go home, dude. I'd be all over it.
I mean, maybe next year I will, but not this Girl Scout cookie season will I go back.
Well, sure. Yeah. What are the peanut butter ones?
What about them?
No, what are those ones? What are they called?
Peanut butter cookies. I don't know all their names. I'm not deep into the Girl Scout culture. Let me Google it though.
Me either.
Peanut butter. You weren't a Girl Scout?
Hell no.
Oh shit! I was a Cub Scout.
Listen, here's the thing. I'm the youngest of 3, and I was not intentional. And so by the time I got to be old enough to participate in things, I think my parents were kind of over it, A.
Right.
And B, we were kind of poor. I did nothing.
Well, I mean, I only did it for less than a year, and we were poor too. I don't know if that was the reason I didn't do it. I may have told this story before. I told the story about the kid that would shit his pants, right?
I don't remember that, honestly. Was it you? Were you that kid?
No. I had to get a ride with this kid and his
you did.
parent. And he would shit his pants. So that kind of turned me away from it. What else happened? Okay, you do this thing in Cub Scouts where you get you get a block of wood, okay, and you make it into a car, and then you race them down a little track. And So I got this block of wood, and you have to do it with your dad. It's supposed to be like a dad thing. Well, my dad can't fucking saw shit. He's like, I don't. He's like, what the? Use a saw? What the fuck? He's like trying to saw this thing and getting pissed off. And I'm like, hey, dude, I feel you. I don't want to be sawing that motherfucker either. I don't even want to be in Cub Scouts. This is something my mom's making me do. So he's like, he's like, I can't fucking do this. And this is when my parents had split up. So then my mom's like, and now it turned into something. My mom's arguing with him, like, you got to make the fucking car. He's like, I can't do this. And she's like, well, I'll have my boyfriend do it. So now she's trying to emasculate the guy. And I'm just like, listen, let's just make the fucking car so I can go do the thing. Mm-hmm. So she throws this block of wood at her fucking boyfriend. He makes the car. And then I get to the thing, and my car's a piece of shit. He just, like, made a triangle fucking thing. He didn't put any effort into it. And then I go, all these other motherfuckers have, like, Batmobiles and this guy, his nephew was in Cub Scouts with me, and he made his car too. And he made him a goddamn Back to the Future DeLorean.
What the hell?
He fucking whittled this thing down and everything.
What the fuck?
And I just got the fucking triangle. And he's trying to bang my mom. You think he'd be trying to impress her. He'd be making the kid some kind of nice fucking car.
Right, yeah, but no. Well, he must have already banged your mom then, because he had no reason.
See, that's what it was.
That's what happens when you give it up too soon, ladies. Yep.
But that relationship didn't last long, but probably because he made me a shitty car. I don't know. Well, actually, I think it was other things.
Mm-hmm. She's like, you know what?
That's the one. You know what? I mean, when I seen that fucking car you made, I'm done, buddy. I'm out of here.
Get out of my house. Get out of my house.
I think actually why it ended is because he took me and my sister to the circus, but refused to buy us any, like, popcorn or, like, any sort of soft drinks or souvenirs or, like, pay for us to play any games or anything. And my mom was just like, what the fuck?
Here you are. Look at all the things that you can't do.
Right. So, I remember that guy because I don't think I seen him again after that, really.
Right on.
And he was not really concerned about banging my mom because he was not trying to impress her at all.
Yeah, not even a little bit.
I mean, I was like 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 when this happened.
6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10. Somewhere.
It's vague. It's a vague memory. I'm thinking 7 and 8 is what I'm thinking is
probably
where this
the
happened.
closest. Okay.
But I could be off. And by the way, I think the Girl Scout cookies are called peanut butter patties, perhaps. Are these the chocolate covered ones?
Okay,
or are these the sandwich cookies?
I think they're the chocolate covered ones.
Yeah, they're just called peanut butter patties.
Dope. Well, those ones are my shit.
Really? I like the coconut ones. What are these? Samoas?
Oh.
You got the coconut.
Samoan Joe?
Yeah, you know that guy.
Yeah. Is that the same thing or?
No, this is a cookie.
What?
It's a Girl Scout cookie.
What are the other Girl Scout cookies? Thin Mints, of course.
Yeah, I don't like them fuckers.
Yeah, they're not bad, but I'm never like, oh, you know what I really want right now? A fucking Thin Mint. Like, I don't need mint and chocolate to be together.
What if it was a thick mint? This is my humor is just so base. It's not even.
What if it's a thick mint?
I'm just saying, it's just more mint. It's good. I
treasured that. Hey, Chet,
yes, yeah.
You know how I'm trying to, like, take better care of myself? You know, like doing yoga in the morning, stuff like that.
Sure.
Well, I've started a new diet also.
Okay, cool.
It's the seafood diet. Are you familiar?
I'm not. Well, how does that go?
Well, you see food and then you eat it.
Oh. I can't play the drums. You gotta do it.
I did it.
Well, I'm like, is she setting me up for a? Or is this good?
And we couldn't make any eye contact to, like, try to signal each other in. But you did great.
I was fairly confident you were.
Yeah,
I was right.
Yeah.
But here are the other Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, sure.
And I think they vary by region. So I know there's some different, but there's do-si-dos, which are the oatmeal. It's oatmeal shit.
Oh, fuck me
Oatmeal
up.
cookie with a creamy peanut butter filling.
What? I don't think I've ever had those. Feelings.
Do-si-do. Yeah.
I think I want some of that action. That sounds awesome.
There's a Savannah Smile, which is a crispy, damn it, I can't talk it out. Crispy, zesty lemon wedge, dusted with powdered sugar.
Fuck me up. What are these?
They're tagalongs. You ever had that?
That's classic. What I feel like I have, but I don't remember which one that is.
I think that's another name for the peanut butter cookie that's covered in chocolate.
Oof. Yeah.
Then there's the Samoas. Mm-hmm. Then there's the Thin Mints. Mm-hmm. And then there's the new cookies, I guess, are the s'mores cookie.
Oh.
And the toffee-tastic cookie.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I want one of each.
They're like $5 a box, man. So that's quite the investment.
Yeah, I know it would be serious, dude. You know what? I have this weird hankering for, even though it's absolute garbage, and I haven't had it in years.
What?
Oreos.
You haven't had Oreos in years?
I don't think I have. No, like it's just
why not? I got some. If you were here, man, I got some Oreos. I'd have some.
You would, God.
I eat those motherfuckers all the time.
Ugh. They're just like, they're kind of like the McDonald's of cookies, you know, like they're garbage, but they're awesome.
They're awesome as you're consuming them, and then maybe later you're like,
ooh, I hate myself. Yeah.
I ate the whole pack.
Been there. I like the golden ones that are double stuffed. That's my shit.
Oh, I got the ice cream or the birthday cake frosting.
Oh yeah. Don't they have just like a stupid number of different types of Oreos now?
Yeah, like within the last like 5 years, they really have dived into this whole multiple flavoring
just
thing.
Exploded.
Like I always remember it just being Oreos, and then I went to the store one day, and all of a sudden they got fucking everything under the sun. Right. And I think it's a good move.
Yeah, totally. I mean, like a huge appeal. But I remember there was a time where it was like Oreo, and then they came out with like double stuffed, and you're like, whoa. And then they're like, oh, also the golden Oreo. And it was like, okay, now there's like a few, you know, there's each type, and then it's double stuffed component, but there were still just like 4. And then just all of a sudden there's just like 50 flavors of Oreos. My favorite, there's one that is cookies and cream flavored Oreos now, and I'm like, aren't those just Oreos? Like,
seems a little redundant, but
I respect the move, I guess. I do think that it is already that flavor.
Right, that would be my main. They did at one time have a cookie dough Oreo as well, but it was chocolate chip cookie dough, and they're not Oreo. But that was good. When I was a kid, we were too poor for Oreo, so we got like that knockoff shit from like Aldi, and I mean,
great value.
It was not the same.
No,
yeah, whatever that shit was, it wasn't the same. But always envied my friends that had the Oreos in their cabinet, their pantry.
My parents.
You can tell a lot about your parents.
My parents had like a legitimate fight once. Because, like, I think they were having financial hard times, and so the fight manifested as fighting over generic Oreos versus actual Oreos. Like, my dad just came home in a tizzy, and my mom had bought, like, the off-brand Oreos.
He's like, what is this?
Yeah, why can't we have name-brand Oreos? Like, I'm tired of living under these conditions. It was awesome.
I would raise the question. I'm like, could we not have?
Right, but like he knew, like he's the breadwinner of the family, so he knew where we were at.
Sure.
I don't know. I think he was just.
I guess I'm thinking of it probably kids.
Yeah. That would have been ideal, I suppose.
Man, we did not get Oreos at all. Damn it! I would have loved to have Oreos as a kid.
Off-brand like Doritos and Cheetos too.
Off-brand everything. I can't. We probably didn't get name brand stuff until like way later.
Yeah.
In my life, like once my mom remarried.
Sure.
But still, they're cheap. Even though they have like they're like middle class.
Yeah.
They're not like wealthy people by any means. They're like, but they're still pretty when it comes to that stuff. Frugal, I guess.
Yeah.
But damn, man. We were dirt poor, man. We had the food stamps, and here's the thing, man. And I hold a grudge. I don't know if I told this story before. I hold a grudge against my mom because we'd go to the grocery store and I'd want to get like soda, like a Pepsi or even a Shasta or whatever the cheap shit is, a Hee Haw.
Yes.
That Ivy used to have.
Hillbilly
and
Holland.
She'd be like, "Oh, you can't buy." She told me you can't buy soda with food stamps. So we never had soda growing up. And then I found out later on this was a lie. You can buy whatever the fuck you want with food stamps.
Seriously, they don't give a shit. You could have had soda that whole time.
That's my story.
Yeah.
Being so poor that we had to buy food with food stamps, but still couldn't have soda because my mom was savvy enough to tell me that was not allowed.
That's clever.
And then I found out years later, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I was a clever girl. Yeah. Just tell them that's illegal. I was like, what? Whatever. So yeah, that's why I never had soda growing up.
My dad and my brother.
Had water.
Ooh, just water.
Your dad and brother?
Oh, they just drank a lot of soda all the time growing up. I was never all that into it.
Good for you.
No, it's trash. It's garbage.
It is. That's why I drink Zevia.
We're still waiting on that sponsorship. Contact us anytime. You know where to find us.
Guys, listen. This is a delicious drink. It tastes like soda, but not only is it 0 calorie, it's not made with that poisonous artificial sweeteners. Like we can't let this guy. We can't sponsor this guy.
Did you listen to that shit?
He hosts a podcast. Listen, and it's not flavored or sweetened with.
It's not
with those. It's not. Man, listen, this is much harder to do when you're not seeing the person face. I can't even control my voice. It's a whole different experience.
A whole ball game.
Well, I don't even talk on the phone with people.
Same.
Okay, so this is foreign to me. I can't remember the only person I talk to is my mother. That's the only person I talk to on the phone.
And that's because you have to.
And if I do, right, and if I do have to talk to anyone else, it's short. I'm like, okay, yes, thanks for the information. It could have been in a text.
Yep. Thanks for wasting my time.
Right. It's but what was I trying to say? Oh yeah, the Zevia. It has no artificial sweeteners. No sugar. It's sweetened with the stevia plant extract.
Ooh.
And it's great. It is delicious. Tastes just like the real thing, man.
Man, do you think they're gonna come out?
It has caffeine in it.
You think they're gonna come out and figure out that like stevia was no good for you all along here in the next few years?
Well, I mean, we at least know it doesn't have calories.
Right.
So we know that. So, but beyond that, yeah, maybe they'll be like, that's fucking killing.
Right, yeah, because that's what's happened with every other no-calorie sweetener so far. Just because it's natural doesn't mean...
But those were this is natural, man.
Yeah.
Listen, don't try to back... Listen, the good people at Zevia would not... they would not sweeten their drinks with something that would be harmful. Trust me. This thing is non-GMO verified.
GMO, OMG.
Yeah. And I hear some people say, oh, GMOs, that doesn't mean anything bad. Well, all I'm saying is this is non-GMO.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if you got a hankering for a soda and you just gotta have one, you might as well just pick up a Zevia.
You might as well.
Why not? Why would you pick up anything else?
Right, because
anything else is gonna either have sugar, or the fake shit.
And Zevia might kill you, but other sodas will definitely kill you. So it's a no-brainer.
Exactly. And we don't know. Exactly.
What if God was one of us?
What if God was one of us?
I don't know. When you said "We Don't Know," that was just like what came to my mind was that song. So we don't know. You're right.
Well, what do you got?
What do I got? Is that what you just said?
You prepare for this?
Hell no.
Yeah. What the hell did you what all did you do last night when you were out partying?
Well, I was in partying.
Where do you go?
This all took place in my house.
And you didn't go out to a public place?
Hell no, absolutely not.
Not too crowded?
Yeah, like we went downtown at like noon to watch my friend Jay.
Right.
His dad performs in a band, but they specifically do like bagpipes.
Okay.
So that was cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we went to a bar to watch that happen, and it was 12 o'clock, and it was already just lit, and like there was no standing room, like you're just squeezed in like a bunch of canned sardines. And I was like, I don't want any part of this like later on in the day once everyone's out. So we stayed in.
Right.
And we talked and we listened to music and we drank lots of green mimosas and had lots of Jell-O shots. And yeah, a good time was had by all.
Sounds really fun.
It really was, honestly.
Like a hell of a time.
But I don't remember. I just rudely at like 11 o'clock just went to bed. Like I didn't say goodbye or goodnight to anyone.
That's not rude.
I just disappeared. Like deuces.
Just leave him hanging, man. The mystery's better.
That's what I did.
Like, hey, what's up with her?
Exactly
Why'd she disappear? She in there? She sleeping? She talking
What's
to
going
someone?
on?
I don't know.
What's the deal?
Yeah. What's the deal? See, that's what. Yeah. Just leave him with that.
That's what I did.
That's cool. I've never really hung out in downtown Des Moines, except for one time I went to Oktoberfest.
Mm-hmm.
Seemed really crowded as well.
Yeah. Did you have fun though?
This was years ago. So I think so. I don't have like bad feelings about it, but I can't remember specifically what I did. I was also intoxicated, so that does also impair memory.
Sure.
I remember it being a great time. I'm actually going to be down there this Friday.
Des Moines?
Downtown Des Moines.
And you didn't tell my bitch ass?
I'm going to a... Well, I don't know what the scheduling is like. If I'm gonna have time to do anything, because I'm going to a concert downtown at a bar.
What concert? What bar?
I gotta look up the
You don't even know.
No, I mean I bought the tickets months ago, and then Vaudeville
Hell
News.
Yeah, Vaudeville.
Yep. You ever been down there? You ever been to that place?
Before I lived here, I haven't been there since, cool? But I thought it was pretty cool.
Well, that's where it's at. I'm going to see old Coulter Wall. He's a singer-songwriter type of guy.
Cool.
So I'll be doing that Friday.
Rock on. What I liked about Vaudeville was like it was big enough that you could fit like a concert in there, but it still kind of felt like a small, intimate like bar setting. So that was cool. Yeah.
Right. It looks cool. I'm looking at their website now. It looks pretty neat. If I remember correctly, there's a coffee shop nearby that I've been to before.
I don't remember what it's called.
Probably when I was at that Oktoberfest. But I'm gonna be doing that on Friday. So I don't know what the scheduling is on that. But if I'm free, I might send you a text and see if you're
at
free.
Your boy.
I don't know.
I wouldn't be offended either way.
The deal is on
What's
that.
The deal?
Well,
cool, man. Congrats.
But I know, right? It's a big move
for
sure.
Me.
To be going to a concert 2 hours away.
Yeah. Did you have to like take the day off work?
I did request a day off work. I'm gonna be honest. I did actually request also the next day off because I thought I'd be pretty drunk and then have a hangover. Yeah. But I think we're just driving back that same night, so I am not getting drunk.
Okay.
So thus I am now going to work the next day.
All right. Well, be careful, and if you guys do get drunk and you need a place to crash, we have a futon.
We.
You don't need to.
She said she's not drinking. she seemed pretty dead set on. I feel like live music is just, better. You can enjoy it better when intoxicated, but
yeah,
what do I know?
Whatever. I hope you enjoy it thoroughly and have a great time and are safe.
I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if any of our listeners are Coulter Wall fans, but man, if you want to listen to some good songs, you could check him out while you drink a Zevia. Coulter, Colter, and then Wall, Wall.
I couldn't tell if you're saying wall or law.
Coulter Law, Wall.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that with me. I just wanted to be sure of what I was hearing. I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, but he's kind of like a country kind of thing, but not the bad country.
I like it. Like
not the
pop
cliche country is what I'm trying to say. Not the pop, and he's more of a, I'd say, more of a singer-songwriter than like the country thing, really. But he's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. Been listening to him for a while, and go to that show. It's the first concert I've been to
I haven't been to a concert in a really long time.
What's the last concert you went to?
It might have been Motion City Soundtrack in Iowa City.
How long ago was that? How long ago was that?
3 or 4 years ago. Probably.
Dang.
Oh, wait, no. I think the last concert I went to was Anberlin in Chicago. And that would have been like 3 years ago.
Oh, there you go.
4 years ago. What? That's wild. That's blowing my mind. It's been a long time. That's all. Blowing my mind.
Yeah, I mean, I like going to concerts. I find that enjoyable. Some people don't.
Me too. I should do it more often, and so should you.
Yeah, well, we're gonna try. I've been to a couple local shows in this town here.
Yeah.
Local bands, but I think it's been about a year or so since I've been to an actual concert. But or like a real, like had to pay for the shit.
Yeah, it's a whole ordeal.
Like it seems like there's a lot of good concerts coming up. Like I'm trying to figure out what I can go to or what I can't go to.
Got some examples?
Money wise, it's just. Well, I guess I should backtrack on that. Not concerts, like events, live events that I'm looking forward to going to. The main concert that I'm looking forward to is the what's that festival? It's some festival they have up by Neboyne.
Laser Fest?
Interland? No. Isn't that some bullshit? What is Laser?
It's like all the shitty like rock bullshit. All in one place. This up. I think.
Let me look up Laser Fest. Lineup Laser Fest. Let's see who's playing. I might go.
Yeah, I bet it's really good.
Lineup. Oh, let's see. Here we go. Hellstorm.
Nope.
Don't know them. Five Finger Death Punch.
Heard of them though.
Don't know them. Young Guns.
I've heard of Five Finger Death Punch. Yeah.
Five Finger Death Punch. I'm fairly certain, like, I have heard a song of theirs on the radio when I had to, like, listen to the radio. And the DJ was like, "That's the newest from Five Finger Death Punch." And I'm like, okay, whatever. Young Guns, Falling in Reverse, We Are Harlot, Devour the Day, Starset, Green Death, Holy White Hounds, Apathy. Oh my God, this Apathy Syndrome looks crazy. They were like the crazy masks and everything.
Like a
oh my
ICP?
Goodness. Like Slipknot. All right, I was thinking Slipknot.
Cool.
Listen, ICP, they're just clowns. They were making.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't know if. Listen, I grew up in the 90s.
Wait, didn't Slipknot just wear makeup?
I know a little bit. No, they wore like masks and
I'll
shit.
think of Kiss.
Yeah. Kiss, yeah, they were.
Don't ask me
very similar
how
bands,
I got there. I'm so sorry.
I had a friend that really loved Slipknot when I was in like high school, and I just made fun of them all the time. Just because I'm a prick. I'm not saying they're necessarily bad music or whatever. And like at the time, I think they were like probably at their zenith of popularity. But I just never got it.
Yeah, I didn't either. It wasn't for me.
And this apathy syndrome looks like.
I think you should probably go.
They're in the woods. They got masks on it. I don't know, man.
Totally.
Do you want to go? Wow, guys, we're gonna go to Laser Fest. Maybe they could even set up we could set up a two in the bush do a live podcast.
That'd be cool. Everybody would love that.
Maybe I'll send them an
email.
Straight
from the bush.
Where's the contact? I'm gonna find their contact information and be like, listen, guys, you got a great lineup.
Here's the publicity that you need.
Listen to a couple episodes and you'll know this is what you need. They don't have a podcast at all.
Well,
here.
That'll be us. We're the official podcast of the Laser Fest.
They're Hellstorm. This band has a woman in it.
Wow, that's progressive.
They're very inclusive. That. Yeah, like every single band has men in it except for this one. But she looks like a nice lady. She's wearing a fur coat.
That's I was gonna ask if she was black. And or gay.
Well, according to that I cannot ascertain visually. Roughly from looking at this lineup and the pictures of the bands, it seems to be like 100. Well, except for that one woman, it's nothing but white guys.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there may be another band with one woman, or this is just a really good-looking guy, or a very masculine-looking woman. Yeah, that's a guy. All right, that's a woman. That's a guy. Well, whatever.
Jury's out. Gender is fluid.
Pretty good. He's a good-looking guy, person.
Good-looking guy, person.
Zay, whatever the hell you're supposed to say.
What?
But I was thinking about St. Charles, Iowa, hinterland. That's what I was thinking about. Yeah.
What is that?
But it's a festival in St. Charles, Iowa.
I hate it here. I've never heard of it. Is all I'm saying.
There's a lot. Hey, listen, man. I'm just losing my focus here a little bit. Let me.
Sure.
Let me get back on track here. Yeah. Man, there's all kind of. Let's see who's on their lineup.
I'm ready.
I'm bringing it up. Okay, we got one of the main reasons I want to go is they got Sturgill Simpson playing. I don't know if you've heard of him, but this guy's awesome. Oh, you should check out some of his stuff. I would.
Sturgill.
Yeah, Sturgill Simpson. Let me. What's the name of his newest album?
I
don't know your musical tastes, but
I don't really know about my musical tastes either. Okay.
But this guy is pretty. A Sailor's Guide to the Earth. Yeah, that's the album. I've been listening to this thing a lot, and I think it's pretty good. But it's a concept album, so it's telling a story. So you kind of want to listen to it all the way through. I mean, you can listen to the songs individually; they'll make sense. But it is, kind of a story type thing. I think he wrote it for his son. I think the idea is that he's a sailor out sailing, and he's writing music for his son. So Sturgill Simpson's A Sailor's Guide to the Earth, man. It's an album I've been listening to a lot lately. I recently got a record player. I don't know if you knew that or not, I have a record player. I've been building up my vinyl collection. So
cool. How many you got so far?
I got that album, Sturgill Simpson's, A Sailor's Guide to the Earth. I got that. I got his second album. I got the Coulter Wall album. I got a Willie Nelson. I got old Townes Van Zandt.
Yes, classic.
That's it right now. So I'm really in a genre of singer-songwriter kind of right now. I haven't really branched out as far as my albums go.
Yeah.
Because I think certain types of music lend themselves more to the album format.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you put that thing on there, you kind of have to listen to the whole thing through.
That's true.
You're not just, you know what I mean? You're just not throwing on a hot track or whatever.
Right, you're not like skipping so you kind of want it to be track 3.
Right. So you want it to be something that's pretty solid all the way through and pretty mellow, not a lot of, jumps in, the very, what am I trying to say? You don't, because pop albums or rock albums or whatever, it can be a lot, the songs can vary a lot between
some discontinuity.
And I find if it's real simple music, just acoustic guitar all the way through, you don't have, it's a little smoother to listen through all the way.
Yeah, it flows.
With other genres of music, rock or pop or whatever, I find that I'm not necessarily, there's not too many artists that I like enough that I don't know if it'd really be worth it for me to buy a vinyl and have to listen to it all the way through. I'd probably find myself halfway through wanting to jump to the song I actually want to hear. But, I just have to listen to like 5 other shitty songs before I get there.
Yeah, that's true. I've considered...
So that's like the...
Oh, go on.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say I've considered getting into vinyl and getting a record player and all that because it seems so cool, but it also just seems like such an expensive habit.
It's really not that expensive.
How much are you paying
because you can definitely... Well, it's a mix because some of the albums I've bought new. So for the new ones, they can vary between $14 up to 20.
Yeah.
But you can go find used ones for 99 cents, a couple bucks, if you're looking at the right places. So it just depends. I think it's cool just to have. And the record player itself isn't really that expensive. You can get a good one for $100, or you can even get them cheaper.
Yeah.
But and even if you get, only if you end up buying a few albums, build a big collection, I still think it's a cool conversation piece, and I think it really helps. It really helps with those albums you do have with those artists that you do enjoy a lot, that you would want to listen to a whole record all the way through. I think it really helps you appreciate the work in its intended format, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Cool.
So if you have a few artists that you really like, those would be the ones that you want to buy the albums of, not the stuff that you're casually into.
Right. That makes sense. Cool.
That's what I'm doing, man. I got a record player. It sounded very intimidating because all these people say you got to get all kinds of fancy shit and you want to get this because it's not going to sound good or whatever. But I just ignored that shit. I just bought a cheap fucking thing.
Yeah.
It sounds good to me, so.
Right. Well,
whatever.
I think part of my fear too is I've been to a few record stores with friends and I've seen records that were $35 and I was like, what? For one record.
Yeah.
That's one that I really wanted.
Some bullshit.
Yeah. Not all of them were
I wouldn't buy that.
But some of the rarer ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe just not get that one.
Sure, yeah.
Or maybe get it and it's the one you do get.
Yeah.
If you really like it. It may be worth it.
I don't remember who it was now.
It definitely
but I know that I really wanted it at the time.
They really do have there's something to it. You get the you get the big album cover, which is almost like a piece of art. So now you got a little decorative piece you can lay around the house somewhere. Mm-hmm. And then, I don't know, there's something cool about you take it out, you put it into the thing, press the button, the needle hits it, get
that pop
little needle pop, and then it starts playing. And it does have a, I'm not an expert in audio, but these audio people will tell you that albums sound better.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they sound better or not, but it's a different sound. It feels like you're getting I don't know how to describe it. This is how I feel when I talk about how wine tastes. I really don't know what I'm talking about. But I kind of like know it. You're trying to describe, it tastes different. The kind of notes that you're getting, but you don't know necessarily how to describe it correctly.
Right.
But the music definitely, it's like a richer sound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. Richer, more depth, maybe.
Yeah. And there's something,
smoother.
It just, something about it just feels good too. Like, I remember with living with my last roommate, she had a record player and I just like play it in the kitchen while I'm like chilling, like doing dishes or something like that, and like have open windows. And it's just, I don't know, it was nice.
It is. So I'm going to try to build up that record collection.
I like it.
Anyways, this music festival, you got Sturgill Simpson, you got Band of Horses, whatever that is.
Oh, I've heard of that.
You got Nathaniel. Oh, okay, they're there. You got Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats. Don't know them. You got how do you say, what's this band? They're really popular, but I don't know how to say their name.
Okay.
CHVRCHES.
Churches?
Who is that? Yeah. Is that how you say it?
I think so, but they're just like spelled weird.
Yeah. I know they're popular, but I've never heard their music. So.
Yeah.
And you got Blackberry Smoke. You got Margot Price. I'm a pretty big fan of hers. Margot Price is pretty good.
I don't know her.
She's an emerging country artist, I guess you would say.
Cool.
But she's good. Who else we got? You got Tash Sultana from Australia. Yeah. I don't know. Anderson East. You got Jay Roddy and The Business. Tyler Childers. Joshua Headley, The Nadas. Ancient Posse, and Willer Walker Jr.
Wow.
So that's the lineup for
What
Hinterland.
a lineup with 3 bands that I've heard of.
Yeah. I think this is kind of the hipster singer-songwriter kind of Iowa festival.
I like it.
That they try to put on. So I'm like debating going to that, but here's the thing with these fucking festivals. It's out in the middle of nowhere. You probably got to fucking camp out there. I don't like camping.
Yeah.
And then, okay, I'm in a fucking tent, and I gotta get out of the tent. I gotta do another 8 hours of music. I probably look like shit. I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling about it, but it's in. I'm considering it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be like an intense experience. And I think that like once you're there and you're in the heat of the moment, you're not gonna mind the camping and the sweating so much. You know what I mean?
I may be miserable the whole time.
Or that, it's a gamble. You might be.
Have you ever been to a music festival before? Where you're there all day? Have you ever done that?
No, not like that. Like in my younger years, I would go to like these like indoor music festival thing. Like it was a Christian thing. It was called Acquire the Fire. And it was like,
oh wow,
oh yeah, it would be like in the like Wells Fargo Arena kind of thing.
Oh cool.
Or like whatever we had before that. So like kind of
Veterans Memorial.
Yes, that's correct. That's the one.
Auditorium.
Yeah, that was the one.
The barn.
So it'd be like music all day, but it wasn't like you were outside sweating and you weren't like camping. You were like sleeping in a church basement.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I've never slept in a church basement.
Good for you. You're not. It
sounds like a bad place. I don't know.
Fine. I mean, it was better than camping.
I'm sure it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not a camper, man.
Yeah, I do like it from time to time.
I mean,
here and there.
I like doing outdoorsy stuff. I like hiking. I like kayaking. I've never mountain climbed, but I would do it.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. But then I don't want to. I mean, I'm not opposed to camping. I just, if we could leave and go sleep in an indoor environment and then come back,
That'd be
I
best.
would be into that. Or if someone had a cabin, you could get a cabin, or what are those other things? Those RVs, one of them RVs.
Oh my God, yes, do that.
Those. That'd be man. Listen to this. I've been obsessed with this. There's this guy. He has a YouTube channel, and he's this truck driver, and this guy. This guy's like, I probably wouldn't get along with him in real life because he's probably a Trump supporter and all kinds of crazy shit because he's a white guy truck driver.
Right.
But other than, and he doesn't espouse any of that on his video blog, so it doesn't matter. I'm just assuming. But man, first I was into it because he has he like lives in the truck, so he drives it and he lives in it. It's one of the big trucks where it has like a kitchen and a shower and all that shit in the back.
Wow.
So I was like, that's kind of interesting. But then I was watching it, and when he retires, what he wants to do is just drive around the country and like live in a van. You know how these people like live in vans?
Yeah.
But you mean like they build them into RVs, I guess is what I'm saying. So most of the vlog is him like building his custom RV inside of this old van he bought. So I've been watching a lot of that. And I was like, man, that'd be cool just to drive around in a RV or a van, whatever. It's cheaper to buy a van and turn it into an RV.
Right.
And just like just travel all over the place and just live in that fucking van.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's pretty interesting in that sense.
I agree.
I mean, he's got a fucking refrigerator in there, a stove, an oven, a TV, air conditioning, a shower.
You got everything you need.
You got everything you need. What do you need a damn house for?
Right.
You spend $100,000. Fuck, you spend $400,000 on a new house. Ain't no one can afford that.
Ain't nobody got money for that.
Fucking, I'm gonna be living in a goddamn
in a van.
RV
van. Hell yeah.
But I'll put a shower in there. I've been watching the videos. I know how to do it.
Yeah.
Kinda. I mean, it'll be a fucked up shower, probably.
But it'll be a shower
myself or something. But it'll get done.
Yeah, it'll be awesome. I'm like,
he's got it. You're like, what?
I'm like so back and forth on like, sometimes I'm like, man, that'd be so cool. I just want to like travel and never buy a house and like just see the world, whatever. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, I need a nice big home, like, and to just settle down. And I can't. I have
the same conflict too, because it's like you do want to like at the end of the night come somewhere,
right? Have a place to call.
Yeah. And a big place too, where you can like get space and get away from somebody.
Like I have a living room to sit in, or like my own room. Oh, dude, if I end up like living with a partner, I'm gonna need like my own room, not like sleep in separate rooms, but like just a territory to be mine. You know what I mean?
I think that's normal. I think people need that. I think a lot of people have that, and the ones that don't those are usually the ones that don't work out.
Yeah. Ugh.
Or they just have a tighter. they can bond with people more easily. I don't know.
Right? Yeah. What must that be like? Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, people can do it. I've seen it, but
it's a myth.
I just don't want to be up someone's ass 24/7.
Right. Yeah, it's too much. People like wonder why it doesn't work out, and I'm like, you can't have that much of one person. Like,
right. I mean, maybe some people can, but
not me. I don't like anybody that much. Not even my significant other.
It's just tough. That's a tough call, man. I don't know how people do it. I see people that have been married forever, and they don't hate each other, but you can tell there's an underlying like,
dislike.
Wish this motherfucker wasn't up. Yeah, distaste. Why are they up in here all the time?
Yeah, and then everything that they do together, and I'm like, get your own friends, like do something.
Yeah, I've said that before.
Yeah.
But where was I going with this? where was I going with this train of thought?
Fuck me up. I'm sorry.
But sometimes I also think that getting the van with the little the fucking little bed in there, the fucking sink and a shower and a fucking oven, I'd be good to go. Just drive that thing around. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, maybe it'll be too small. And then I'm like, what if like this trucker I'm watching, he's a single guy, and I'm like, what if I got some motherfucker with me, and now we're stuck in this van together? I'm like, what do you do? Yeah, you're like, hey, go up to the front seat. I don't want to see you back here.
Right.
Like, you're in a van. So
leave me alone.
That's like that. I don't know. I don't think you could do the van thing if you had someone with you.
Right. Or maybe you each get your own van.
Oh, there you go. Fuck. Mm-hmm. That's pretty genius.
Thank you. I try.
You get the van. You get two separate vans, and you can drive together, or you can be like, I'm gonna go fucking up here for a few weeks.
Yeah.
You can drive up. You can meet me later if you want. They're like, okay, I'll see you. I'm gonna go look at some fucking I don't know, the Grand Canyon or whatever.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, maybe two vans. You each gotta have your own van.
Two vans, two in the bush. Two vans in the bush.
I mean, this guy, two vans in the bush. This trucker went to a convention where it's all these fucking van people there. They meet up, and it was all guys.
Naturally.
I don't think I seen this. I think he said they have a separate event where it's all women, so I guess they keep it separate.
Okay.
But
I just thought maybe
because maybe they do that. Maybe they do.
I thought maybe just women like just didn't do it nearly as much because they're like afraid of getting like killed or molested or robbed or whatever. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm sure that's a fear that they have, but they do it. I've seen other YouTube videos where it's like women who have similar vlogs where they just live in their vans, or they build or it's like the tiny house bullshit. But well, I don't know why the fuck you don't have a tiny house. I mean, if it's on wheels, I get it, but I don't want to be cooped up in this motherfucker. Especially in those tiny house people usually they're usually like couples or families. Yeah. I'm like, I was like, good for you. You built a house in a fucking shipping container. Now you're stuck with these three motherfuckers. Right, I was like, what the hell?
Too close.
And they most of these people have kids. I'm like, how do they ever have sex? I was like, that's gotta be awkward because this thing's so fucking small, and the kid's definitely gonna hear you. Yep.
Definitely. Maybe they're just really open and honest about it. Like, just too open and honest about it, you know?
They could be. Like, I wonder, like, I probably won't have kids because it seems like a lot of work. But then I'm like, if you did, hypothetically, like, how open and honest are you with the kid about that kind of shit? Because you don't want to be like, you want to have some ignorant person, but also you don't want to be like, get into that creepy line where you're like being too.
Right.
Sharing with these people.
Seriously.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hopefully it's something I never have to think about.
Yeah, I hope that for your sake as well, and for mine.
But I mean, if it came up, I mean, I'd like, I don't know, man. This, like, people, you know?
Yeah.
Here's a book. Read it. Come back with questions. Write me a report.
Good luck. Write me a report.
Good luck. Well, I wasn't told shit.
No, absolutely not. I think I would probably err more towards sharing too much than too little. Like, not on purpose, but
it's cool. I think it's better.
Yeah, and I just want them to know, because, like, I wasn't told jack shit, and I'm just like, I don't know, it's not fair. I want them to know what's up.
That's such a that's a dangerous thing.
Right, that could have gone really poorly.
To send people in blindly with that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. And it's very prevalent in this culture.
Yeah, why are we so weird about it? So weirded out and shameful. I don't know, man.
I don't know what it is. And then, they throw them out there, and then now they're saying that you can't get abortions or whatever the fuck they're trying to do here.
Right.
It's
like,
they're trying to pass some crazy
tell
law.
them how this whole thing works.
Right. I agree. That's fucking... And then I feel like, these they're all confused. They don't know anything.
Right, they're not allowed to talk about it or ask about it because it's a shameful topic and we don't discuss it. And you know what's funny? This point was raised to me a few years ago and I hadn't really thought of it before. But then when it was said, I was like, wow, that's really true. Like, we have violence everywhere, like in our movies and shows and songs and stuff like that. But like, we can't really talk about sex, and which is like a good thing, as opposed to violence, which is not a good thing. You know what I mean? But that's just so much more accepted.
It's accepted in, like, I get what you're saying, like in the entertainment form.
Yeah.
But I think in the same way that we don't talk about sex, we also don't talk about violence in a serious manner either. We, and that extends to like bullying, and it can extend all the way to the gun stuff that we've been talking about. Like when it comes, we'll glamorize violence. And I get what you're saying, like for sure, no questions asked. But much like sex, we don't talk about violence in a deep way in this country. And if you do, you get the same sort of kind of like pushback that you would get like with any kind of social issue.
That's valid.
It's like when these cops kill an unknown person, you try to talk about, that's violence. You try to talk about violence, or the Me Too kind of thing, or assault. You talk about, people don't want to talk about those things.
Yeah.
So the violence is also, but I get what you're saying. It's definitely violence is portrayed in media in a way in which sex isn't.
Right.
And usually the way sex is presented in media is not realistic anyways. So it's not even
helpful.
Helpful in any regard. And probably in some aspects unhealthy. If you're talking about like pornography or something, that probably leads to a lot of
dysfunction,
because that's not a I'm not trying to be a prude and say porn's a bad thing, but it's definitely got some negatives to it.
Right.
Definitely can have an impact on someone.
It's not a bad thing, but the way that it is executed at times is not helpful.
And if you're using it as a educational tool to give you some sort of idea of what you think you should be doing, there can definitely be some stuff in there that you probably should not be attempting, or would not be pleasurable, in a realistic way. I mean, obviously, a lot of porn's geared towards the male,
watcher,
male pleasure, so, watcher pleasure. So a lot of that's it maybe doesn't give you a lot of. I'm just telling all the kids, don't count on porn to help you.
You heard it here first.
If there's any kids listening to this, like, man, I'll tell you what. Maybe I'm just old and getting more conservative. You go to these porn websites, they got some crazy stuff on there nowadays. And you're just like, man, kids today they're into some crazy shit. I would have never even thought of this.
I'm
just saying, man, it's definitely gotten intense.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I wonder how it started out. Like, what were the first porns really like? You know what I mean?
I think they were like, black and white, silent, and how like those old black and white silent movies, like everything's like really fast.
Yeah.
Like they move really fast for some reason. I don't know what the technology was. So they probably like, it's probably like 2 minutes long, and
that's awesome. I'm picturing it in my head.
What's his name?
And it's just missionary.
The guy with the mustache, Charlie Chaplin. He's on top.
Yep.
I don't know. I assume like the first thing that was ever filmed had to be porn, because that just seems like a human instinct.
Huh.
Right? Like, oh, we invented a camera. Like, what
are we gonna
picture
record?
Camera? What are we gonna do? And the two guys look at each other and they're like, well,
put it in.
Put it in. Let's put it in. They're like, it's for the advancement of the arts. We got to do it. I'm just saying, if it wasn't the very first thing, it probably wasn't the very first thing. They probably did some tests.
Sure.
Okay. But it was within the first like 20 things ever filmed. It had to have been porn. I don't know.
That's awesome.
Why it wouldn't be? Yeah. I could look up the history of porn, but I don't.
Oh, maybe I'll look into that.
I like my stories better. I was like, listen, they made the camera, and then they. It's like when they first invented the phone. I'm sure the first thing they did was call up someone and start fucking phone sex.
Section. Yep.
What are you wearing? First thing. What about with the? Yeah. What do you? They're like, what? Who is this? Sorry.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know what this technology. It doesn't matter. Bye. Is there a goddamn car in there?
That car is outside. That's how shitty my windows are.
That was like, I think someone has started a car in her bedroom. That's
That's pretty much how loud it is. It's terrible. It's awful.
That is. Wow. Is the car loud, or do you have thin walls?
I have thin walls. Okay. The car is also kind of loud, but I have thin walls.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might need to ditch this soonish and go to bed, even though it's only 8:30, because I'm really tired.
Oh no, I mean, yes, I understand that. So. Bye.